The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, a country enriched with natural beauty, history, food, entertainment, music, and most importantly, education. I have to say, there's nothing like the UK school system. It provides the best of the best. Tell me which country provides delicious delicacies like this for free if you're eligible for it. Great facilities and environments to strive for your academics, and my favourite part, the students involved that make high school a memorable experience. No! Nah, I'm kidding. British high schools are trash because of the people that inhabit it. Like seriously, when you attend a British school, there are certain types of students that will make you question why you're here in the first place. There's always that one guy that acts like a roadman or chav in a British secondary school. And if you don't know what a roadman or chav is, a roadman is someone who's active in that street life. It's synonymous with a thug. They typically wear balaclavas and have about 3 layers of coats on at all times, even during the summer. They wear night shoes and they always put their hands in their trousers to scare people into thinking that they got something on them. These roadmen only wear balaclavas to hide the fact that they are ugly as hell, and they claim it to just be for no face, no case. And the chav. The word chav comes from the Geordie word chava, meaning a young person who wears tracksuits while hanging around in street corners acting hard. These guys are school menaces. They are most likely to arrive extremely late to school, disrespect the teachers, never do assignments, and pick fights with other students for whatever reason, which ultimately gets them countless amounts of detentions and isolations. But detention doesn't stop them from fooling around, so the teachers have to suspend them from school as a result. The teachers are hoping that the suspension will somehow change their behavior, but nah, that's not how it works. What they fail to realize is that these students were plotting and scheming on how they'll bring more savagery as they're aiming for that exclusion. And of course, they achieve that goal without fail. They get excluded from school, so they have to finish secondary school in a pupil referral unit, also known as PRU. In the UK, a pupil referral unit is an alternate education setting designed for students who cannot succeed in a regular school environment. In other words, it's a sanctuary for these roadmen and child wannabes that want to act hard in secondary school. And knowing these types of kids, PRU ain't gonna knock some sense into them. So it results to the unfortunate reality that their highest level of education is secondary school. No GCSE, no A levels, just straight failure. You got that one kid in class that's always asking for something, like a spare pen or anything from your pencil case.
Hey bro, I beg you bust me a spare pen, I forgot at home.
Well, is that my problem, nigga? I don't know why, but it's always the same people that are asking for stuff in the classroom all the time. Broski, you know in that damn big head of yours that you go to school from Monday to Friday, yet you can't invest in a bloody pen that costs £1.99 from Amazon. I can see your parents can afford it since they're able to afford the school uniform and shoes you're wearing right now. So why are you asking me for a pen? What's your goal here? To collect people's pens like Pokemon cards? The worst part is that they ask for money for lunch, or they ask for £1 to buy themselves a drink after school. £1? Brother, I ain't got £1. What am I, the Bank of England? And don't forget the phrase, I'll pay you back tomorrow, mum's life. Yeah, then your mum's dying then. You clearly don't love your mother since you're capping. Any of you that have a dude borrow money from you and they never paid you back, charge interest from now on. Honestly, if I had £1 for every time a kid in school asked me for £1, I'd be rich enough to hire him. Stop asking me for money. I ain't your loan provider, so go to Monzo for that service or something. Annoying kids. There's always that weird kid in every school. Like, this ain't even a British exclusive thing. There's always going to be a weird kid in every school, no matter the country. It's universal at this point. But the weird kids in British schools are a little more, how should I put this? More peculiar. No one in school really spoke to these types of students, and it didn't really bother them, to be fair. They just kept to themselves. They spoke in a very unique way, I would say. I would describe it as slow and overly posh, like, oh my god, this is a rather marvelous fact about the world type of talking. No one really cared to talk to them. They were just doing their own thing. How about that one Somali? You cannot tell me that most British schools doesn't have that one Somali who was the class clown. Or maybe this is just a London school thing. You know, I'm from London, so I am moving like an American thinking that London is the whole of the UK. But come on, man. You're telling me that you haven't got that one Somali that was the funniest bloke in the whole school? They're always messing around with their teachers in class, and their favorite word they abuse is wallahi. Wallahi, I didn't throw that paper, sir. Wallahi, I didn't do anything. They always say wallahi, so funny, man. Everything they do is funny, even the way they play football. The way they play football is so goofy, like they're always doing unnecessary scores that achieve nothing. Just foolishness and buffoonery on the ball. Like, if you don't pass the ball with your fat ass. And if you're on the topic about football, every British school has a world-class talented baller. I remember in my school, there was this cold baller that was so good. His skills were actually useful, unlike those Marlies that did weird things with the ball. I made a video talking about these specific types of students in my Kids Who Peaked in High School video. Essentially, to summarize, there was this guy at my school and he was just second to none when it comes to football. He was too good. He played for the school football team and he basically carried the whole team to win league championships. We called my man Little Ronaldinho because of his play style. He ascended school football and played for Chelsea Academy. However, as soon as he joined, he got cocky and didn't take it seriously. His ego got the best of him. He unfortunately kept this behavior up until he got kicked out by the Chelsea Academy officials. I explained the story in more detail in that video, but the point is, there's always that talented baller in every British school, and they normally pull all the Langtings as well. And the term Langting is London slang meaning a pretty girl. Speaking of girls, every British school has that one ratchet girl. You know who I'm talking about. The loud, excessive makeup, long nails, bad attitude, chav of girls that go around always saying, "What are you looking at, mate?" They are also bops that give slops to all the man in the school toilets. They fight other girls over one man. It's always them chewing gum in the most dramatic way in class. Look at the way they chew that joint as if they are having a spasm or something. They are basically the female chavs. And on the other side of the spectrum, you always got that pick-me girl that's fighting for her life just to receive an ounce of male validation. Like, sis, nobody cares. Actually wait, that was a lie. There's going to be a certain dude that picks her no matter what. Hell, he tries to pick up most of the girls in school but fails every single time. He's the type to do this and say, "Where my hug at?" Is in your room in bed. It's called a pillow. That's where your hug is at, nigga. This guy is always chasing for a lick of poon. Like, the desperation gives me the ick. And I'm not even a girl. They never give up. They keep shooting, but they miss every shot miserably. It's 100% airball rate and no shots on target. At this point, referee, I beg you give this man a red card and send him home. Every British school has a smart kid. Everyone in the whole school respect these types of kids as they are smart.
Knowledge.
I sometimes envy their academic intelligence. They barely study yet they're able to ace every exam. No teacher ever complains about their schoolwork. In parents' evening, that is. They eat that up like it's nothing. They are in set 1 in the core subjects, English, maths and science. These kids are so smart that they're able to take their GCSEs on the core subjects early. They don't need to wait to take their exams in year 11. They're just above everyone. But the one thing that surprises me is that one guy who you would think is the dumbest person, yet they're still in set 1 in every core subject. These types of students question your own intelligence. Like, you be thinking, how come I ain't in set 1 and this guy is? As there's no way. Nah bro, he's just smarter than you. Are you mad bro? Nah, I will tell you who is mad. The bunker. The bunker is the student who barely shows up to school. This student's punctuation is lower than KSI's hairline. Okay, let me stop with the KSI jokes before he crashes out and elbows me in a boxing match or something. But yeah, the rare cases where this person shows up to school, then they are probably hanging out in the toilet doing God knows what. And that's pretty much the types of students in British schools. If I miss any types of kids, put in the comments and I'll make a part 2 eventually. Cheers.